All right, here we go again. Another weekend is upon us. Dad's been out here all week. He's been rocking away. He's got these quarters roughed out. He's got the other quarter roughed out. This thing is starting to look beautiful, looking like a car. Got the roof roughed out. Got a coat of primer on it. Definitely by no means ready for paint, but it's cleaned up. It's ready to be blocked and start smoothing out. So this weekend, hopefully, see if we can start building a tunnel. We need to get the insert built for the dash. Start making some floor panels for the back. Get this tied up. We got another Henry J frame sitting out in the field. We're gonna go pull the gas tank out of it. See if we can get the gas tank out of it, see if it's any good. Then hopefully we can modify the top, put 2 hats in it for the fuel pumps that came out of the Camaro. That way we can get this thing going. So we'll get back at it here. We'll update you guys in a bit. All right, Christy got some templates made for the back floor. And we just gotta get them transferred onto some sheet metal, get them cut out, get the bead roller set up, roll out some seams, be ready to rock and roll.
See what we can do. Alright, now time for the bead roller. See if we can get her done.
Alright, so now we got to mark where the edge of the beads are on the floor all the way around. I'm going to set up the bead roller and put us some ridges in this panel and try to match it somewhat close to what's in the floor. Alright, so we need to do some bead rolling on the floor for that insert back there. We don't have a die that's quite wide enough for it, but we're going to swap out. I'm going to go, we got this guy. Definitely not going to be quite wide enough for it, but we might be able to do a side by side, or just at least do a single down the center. Give us some kind of support back there on the floor. So we'll get this swapped over and we'll get to run some beads across the panel. $9 question is, do I just shoot for the center? Probably. Then we'll just have to flare the ends.
Do you want to put a line down through the center?
Well, I'm going to use the...
Oh, okay. For a guide.
Yeah.
You want me to crank it? Looks like it's cranking pretty easy.
Oh, slow down. Got us some drunk driving wheel speed there. Blew the tires off there and just got a little squirrely. Alright, so we need to flare out the end of our bead rolls here so our new panels sit in flat. But I don't have a die big enough, so I grab a piece of aluminum. Here's the measurement here. Got our size that we need, so grab us a block of aluminum. I'll come over to our super high precision drill press mill that we got here and cut us out a notch that we can use for die to hammer out those ends. So I couldn't find any of my aluminum blocks, so a nice piece of nylon, so it'll make a nice little buck for it here. So I'm just getting the edge squared off so we can sing locked in here, and we'll make us a die for beating that end in. Here one of these days we really got to get us a mill. Set up with a good lathe, but a mill is definitely kind of high on the list here. But until then, make do with what we've got. Hey, just like that, we got our notch cut in our end, so we got a die. We'll round these corners off a little bit. But hey, you don't always have to have all the best tools, but you make do with something you have with a good little vise to get you by. You're not going to do precision work with it, but definitely comes in handy for a lot of stuff. Alright, so we went through, cut us a trough back here as well, and just cut us a block of wood. Put us a few holes in here so we can screw this guy down, so we got a backer, so we can get it clamped to the table. We'll mark it in the vise, and we'll start shaping out our ends. So here's essentially what we're going for. We're going to be able to set this down in there, catch the groove, hammer out that end to make it fit the factory bead roll on the floor to match. So, get this mocked up and we're ready to go. There you go, a little makeshift die, but hey, should get the job done for us. Camera, let's see what we got. Look at that transition, old school bead roll into the new one. This end one down here, we're just going to split it right down the line. Time together there. Well, it looks like that's going to do our magic trick. Or you, oh, you got one right here, by the way. Oh, yeah, that's more rib. I'd say give us a good 1/4 inch past it.
Okay.
And all the way underneath it. Set it back in the drawer for now. Alright, back out to the shop, back after it here. Last weekend, where we left off on Saturday. Dad was working on all this. Then we got all that snow Saturday night. Into Sunday, made it pretty much, so we didn't make it out here Sunday. Monday, we ended up just kind of digging out of the snow. And then Tuesday morning, my dad had to go back home, so he headed back to Vegas. So, haven't been out here all week, but back out here. I'm going to glaze up a few spots on this so we can smooth out a few more things and try to get this 1/4 ready for primer. Got a couple spots to glaze over here, a couple spots to glaze on the sill panel here. We'll see if we can try to get these guys in primer today. Alright, so got the lower sill all roughed out, smoothed out. These quarters pretty roughed out, smoothed out. I'll mix up some primer here, get these guys sealed up. That way we can move on to the next thing. After race week, or if we have time before race week, we'll get hard and heavy and blocking this thing and try to get it painted. But at this point in time, just pretty much want to get it roughed out, sealed up, so it's looking good for race week. All right. Well, look at that. Got the quarters and primer. And this thing looking like an actual car again. Got that. We got the rear sill here. Got the sill all sealed up. Got stuff shut down, cleaned up. But it's that time again here. That's all the time we got for this video. So thanks for watching. Share with all your friends, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.